Dr. Susan was doing an experiment on a hunting shark. She placed a special device on the shark's brain, but she did not know that as soon as the shark sensed even a small hint of danger, it would wake up. Luckily, the shark became unconscious again. As soon as she got the chance, Susan fitted the device on its head, and with the help of an imaging system, she pushed a needle almost 10 meters long into its brain. Even though it was unconscious, the shark was feeling sharp pain. But finally, Susan took out 4.5 mole protein from its brain. That protein was mixed with the damaged brain cells of an Alzheimer patient. Now, everyone kept their eyes fixed on the screen and waited for the result, because if this experiment became successful, then millions of patients could get a new life, and the team could also get a huge profit. As soon as the reaction started between the protein and the brain cells, the damaged cells began to come alive again. This result proved that their experiment was successful. In the happiness of success, one scientist immediately lit a cigarette, but as soon as he carelessly went near the shark suddenly woke up after smelling the cigarette and attacked him in a single moment. In front of everyone, one of his hands separated from his body in a moment, and fear spread among the people. The shark had become uncontrollable. To stop it, Carter immediately broke the glass and took out a harpoon gun. At the same time, Susan quickly turned on the switch to save the research result that was achieved with great difficulty and released the shark back into the deep water. But no one knew that they had made a very big mistake. Carter immediately contacted the tower and called the nearby medical team, because all this happened inside a research center built in the deep sea. Outside, a strong storm was blowing, and everyone saw the real furious form of nature for the first time. On the other side, the condition of the injured scientist was getting worse because of heavy bleeding. Because of the bad weather, the helicopter could not land, so he was sent to the medical team only with the help of a steel cable. After this, everyone quickly started moving toward the base, because they were afraid that huge sea waves could become deadly at any moment. The good thing was that everyone else safely reached the base, but the scientist lying on the stretcher was still in critical condition. Just then, because of the bad weather, the pulling machine suddenly failed, and without any support, he fell straight into the shark-filled sea along with the cable. As soon as they returned to the base, everyone saw that the shark had caught the cable in its jaws, and with the help of it, the shark was making the helicopter move according to its will. In a few seconds, the helicopter crashed into the tower and ended with a loud explosion. The blast was so powerful that fire spread in many parts of the base. At the same time, their whole surveillance and communication system also went down. While everyone was focused on the control panel, Russell saw something moving very fast toward them from nearby. In the next moment, he understood that the same shark was coming straight toward the glass wall, with their injured partner held in its mouth. As soon as it came close, it threw the man with full force on the glass, and in the next second, cracks appeared in the glass. Seeing their dying partner and the breaking glass, everyone felt deeper fear. They were about to move away from there when suddenly another accident happened. Seawater broke the glass and rushed inside the lab. As the cold water kept filling inside, everyone's panic kept increasing. To save their lives, everyone quickly entered the secret gate. The pressure of the water was so strong that closing the gate became almost impossible, but using all their strength, they somehow locked it. For now, everyone was safe. But the real problem was how they would get out of this deep-sea research base after such a huge blast, and after the lab had sunk. The only staircase going up had also disappeared under the water, and no one even knew if a giant shark was waiting for them on the other side of the door. Helplessly, everyone ran toward the maintenance tunnel, while the flood water kept chasing them from behind. Finally, at the right time, they opened the main gate, which at least cleared one path. But the chef present on the upper floor was not so lucky. A dangerous small shark was quietly coming behind him. Seeing this, his face became pale with fear. Without looking back, he ran to save his life and finally entered the kitchen. For now, he was saved, but he did not take even a small risk. He picked up a pen lying nearby, and when he saw that the shark had turned in another direction, only then he could breathe in relief. But he could not stay there for long, so he started climbing onto the shelf. He did not know that the shark had now come very close. Just when he was about to reach the top, suddenly his pet parrot came in front of him. He got scared, and his hand slipped and he fell down again. Still, he did not give up. He wanted to climb up with his parrot. He had just stretched his hand to call the parrot when the situation became worse. The shark hit the shelf with great force, and the chef fell straight into the water. In that deadly moment, He saw an oven nearby. To save his life, he quickly swam toward it and entered inside it just before the shark reached him. But the danger was not over yet. Because of the shark's hit, the oven suddenly turned on and the gas that could catch fire spread everywhere. To escape, he started hitting upward with an axe. As soon as a hole was made, he quickly climbed on top of the oven and jumped directly behind the shark. As soon as the shark sensed the movement, it also turned behind him. At that moment, the chef took out a lighter and threw it toward the oven. In the next second, a huge explosion happened and the shark ended right there. The explosion in the distance finished one shark, but a big question rose in everyone's mind that how a simple sea creature got so much understanding to attack humans and why it used its prey like a weapon to break the glass. Just then, Dr. Susan told the truth that to take out the protein, they had put an illegal chemical into the shark's brain, because of which its brain became abnormally large and its intelligence increased many times. But as a side effect, those sharks became smarter and stronger than before. Everyone was helpless and shocked, but it was still necessary to find a way to get out. They made a plan to escape with the submarine, but they found out that the small shark had already destroyed it. Now, only two options were left. Either they swim to the platform of the first floor and from there try to go up with the lift. But if even a small mistake happened on the way, then survival would become impossible. In both paths, the danger of death was clearly visible, and this fear created anger among the team. Just then, Russell decided to get out by diving. He gave a suggestion, but maybe the shark did not accept this. Suddenly, it jumped out of the water. In a single moment, it caught Russell in its jaws and dragged him into the deep water. Seeing this, everyone became shocked. It looked like the shark had already finished their option of escaping by diving. In helplessness, they opened the gate in front of them, which could possibly take them upward. But within a few seconds, because of the air pressure, seawater started filling the lift shaft. Two members risked their lives and somehow closed the door. But a new problem was waiting for them. Because of the blast that happened in the lift area above, fire had started and the stored items were also exploding. On the other side, the shark was continuously hitting the door. Seeing the situation getting worse, Carter decided that his teammates should move forward and he himself would take the risk and open the hatch of the -1 floor so that the water level could be controlled. His decision proved right. He opened the hatch and also escaped from the shark's attack at the right moment. But then the situation changed again. Because of a loose screw, a part of the staircase broke and fell down. The good thing was that the staircase got stuck on the other side, but one team member lost balance and fell straight into the water. Carter immediately tried to control himself and tried to save her, but he was 1 second late. In front of everyone's eyes, the shark grabbed that woman. Carter used all his strength, but the shark dragged her into the deep water in a single moment. Finally, she disappeared in the cold seawater. At that moment, everyone once again fell into deep shock. The worst thing was that they were still far away from the top floor. From above, they could hear loud hits on the doors. It seemed the shark had already reached the top. Fear was clearly visible on everyone's faces. Just then, the chef reached there. He quickly threw a rope made of clothes and pulled them up before they could drown. Now, everyone started moving forward quickly. Ahead, there was a pump system which could be started with a generator to remove the water. The team quickly ran toward the control room and somehow managed to start the generator. But just when they were about to leave, the situation became worse again. The shark suddenly attacked from behind. It brutally tore Carter's friend apart. Seeing this, Carter immediately swam toward the main gate. But before the shark could make him its prey, the gate opened, and at the same time the chef also reached there. When everyone's life was in danger, Susan made another big mistake. She felt that the team's hard work and sacrifice should not go to waste. So she went alone to her room to take the research data. She opened the locker with a key, and after a little searching, she took out the important sample. During this, she did not notice a shark cutting through the water behind her. The good thing was that it turned out to be only a research model. But in the next moment, something else appeared on the water surface, and this time it was not a fake research model, but a real shark. As soon as it came, it attacked Susan. There was no way to escape. In helplessness, she first climbed onto a shelf and tried to balance herself. In the hurry, her valuable research files fell into the water. She stopped for 2 seconds and bent down to pick them up again. Just then, the shark started moving toward her again. Now death was hovering over her head. At that moment, she noticed a burning bulb above, and a dangerous idea came into her mind. She thought that a high voltage current could kill the shark. She quickly took out a wire and waited for the next attack. As soon as the shark jumped at her, she pushed the electric wire straight into its mouth. After strong shocks, that second shark also died while struggling. Seeing the research data drowned in the water, she felt regret. regret. She understood that releasing the shark in the beginning was her biggest mistake, but now there was no time to think. After this, the three of them faced each other again, but the shark's attack had already failed Carter and Susan's plan of going out directly. Now there was only one way to survive, which was the emergency exit. But as soon as they opened the door, water would rush inside quickly, so they kept a fire extinguisher ready to balance the pressure. Then, they purposely allowed the room to fill with water. When the water reached above their heads, they opened the hatch. As soon as they got outside, all three of them turned on the fire extinguishers. Because of the bubbles, the shark became confused and their trick worked. Finally, all three reached the surface. But then another attack happened. The shark suddenly caught the chef and dragged him several meters away. Still, the chef did not give up. He took out the cross hanging on his neck and started hitting the shark's eyes with full strength. Finally, he once again escaped from the mouth of death. Seeing this, both Carter and Susan became surprised. Carter jumped into the water again, and somehow the chef climbed onto the floating wreckage. Susan tied a bandage on his wound, which stopped the danger of heavy bleeding for now. Looking at the wreckage spread all around, they understood a big truth that earlier the shark could have been trapped inside with the strong walls built below. But now the whole structure was slowly sinking, and only a thin iron grill was left above. This clearly meant that the shark did not only want to kill humans, but it wanted to escape from this human cage into the open sea. It had to be finished. You have said a smart thing for the first time. Both of them immediately took action. They took out the gunpowder from all the signal flares and filled it inside a harpoon. The plan was clear. As soon as the harpoon hit the right target, they would connect its wire to the battery and kill the shark with a powerful current. But at the same time, the shark was fully focused on breaking the door. It did not give Carter the chance to aim properly. When the shark did not come up, Susan cut her palm with the sharp wreckage of a broken machine and jumped straight into the water. Actually, she was using herself as bait. She was the first one who had broken the rules. She was the one who had made the shark's brain bigger with the chemical, and she was the one who had released it. She felt the mistake was hers, so she had to finish everything. As soon as the shark smelled the blood, it stopped breaking the door and turned toward her. But the clever shark was avoiding coming to the surface. Carter understood that Susan's plan was not working. Without thinking, he jumped into the water to save her, and then something happened which no one had the courage to watch. In the next moment, the shark brutally tore Susan into pieces. Carter could only watch everything happening. After the smell of blood, the shark now targeted Carter and started moving toward him. When it attacked, Carter did not panic. With his fast swimming, he escaped the attack, and at the right moment, he grabbed the shark's fin and pushed himself away. At that moment, the chef took charge again. He picked up the harpoon gun and stood ready with full preparation. He aimed the harpoon at the shark's fin, and as soon as he got the right chance, he fired it straight into the shark's fin. But at that very moment, he made a mistake. The harpoon pierced through the fin and passed straight through Carter's leg. The wire started pulling quickly. If Carter did not separate himself from the shark in time, then the moment the chef connected the wire to the battery, a huge explosion would happen, and Carter would also die with the shark. But escaping did not seem easy. The shark was just about to break the grill and escape from the base, when at the right moment, Carter grabbed the net and separated himself from its fin. At the same moment, the chef connected the wire to the battery, and in the next second, a powerful explosion happened. The blast was so dangerous that the shark ended right there. As soon as the chef saw Carter alive, a smile returned to his dark face. In this way, after sacrificing many of their teammates, they finally ended the terror of the shark, and the amazing movie ended right there. By the way, you tell me, how did you like this explanation? If you liked it, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you also want the explanation of the second part of this movie, then write it in the comments.